Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video from your girls, Boho Twins. When we do hair, we go by Tresses by Twins on Instagram and Facebook. And so if you want to book us to get this Tiana Taylor inspired faux locks, then y'all make sure y'all book and just watch the video if you're just interested in how we went about using certain techniques to make sure that we can get these super textured, gorgeous faux locks. Y'all, these locks can last up to 3 months with really good maintenance, and you can just put your hair up and go. So that's what we did on our beautiful client today. Here is the pre-section parts. We arch part at the back and square part at the front. I think I really love this technique, and we may end up using this option more often. So now that we're done gawking and awing over this gorgeous pre-part setup, let's go ahead and talk about the hair, the install, and how you can get the exact same look at home or on your clients with a little bit of help from your girls over here at the Boho Twins / Tresses by Twins. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because there's so much content coming. Now, I'm going to show you all one angle here, and then we'll show you a more in-depth angle on the next step. Okay, so first, we went ahead and pre-parted these sections, and we're braiding the hair down with Cuban twist. You can use Cuban twist. I think next time I'm going to use Jamaican twist just to see a difference. But yeah, now I'm going to take these extremely small pieces of hair. This is Tay on this side right here. Tay took these extremely small pieces of hair and started to wrap at the root 3 times, she said, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, put a knot in it, and take that small piece down the shaft very tight, leaving no space, making absolutely no texture to give a knotless look. And then she's going to take a bigger piece of this hair right here. Will be dropped in our product list. You can purchase that on Tresses by Twins on Instagram. But I'll give you all an alternative. Afro spring twist, okay? Afro spring twist. That's all I'm going to say. But if you want the exact brand and hair that we use, you're going to have to purchase it on Tresses by Twins through Instagram or through Facebook link. And then you'll see on the booking site, we'll have it ready for you. But Afro spring twist is the hair that I'm going to tell you all because I use Afro spring twist all the time. And this is a variation of that Afro spring twist hair, okay? So loosely creating texture with your thumb, letting the hair kind of wrap without wrapping too tight, but still making sure that when it comes to the end of the hair, like ending out, put a knot in it, okay? Put a knot in it and secure it. So now we're taking about another inch of hair, and we're going to lightly just wrap it around. You see how she's kind of holding it, kind of not really holding it. You don't want it nasty, but you want it to kind of be loose. You saw she got down to that last little piece. She knotted it up. Switched hands, and is again barely holding it, trying to let it texturize itself so that you don't really work too hard, okay? This style already takes about 6 hours because they're hand wrapped and we part pretty small. Naturally, she's going to put a dab of glue right here just to secure it. As you can see, my client's hair stops a little bit closer to her ear. So when you get a little lower down the shaft, you can add just a dab of glue to make sure everything is secure because you are trying to wrap a little bit loose, okay? So a dab of glue does go a long way. But naturally, we do part pretty small, so this does take us 6 hours. We have seen people pre-make their locks, and I think that's something that we could definitely try. But for right now, I really like the idea of just building the lock into the client's hair. Something about that gives me a different level of security, okay? All right, so now that you see where the lock kind of gets a little skinny, this is where we start to build up the lock. And that's where I think it takes the most time because you see where it's gotten really textured, and then closer right there, she went back over it. It's gotten very skinny. This is your time to start building up your hair. Do not take really big pieces of hair because it's going to make the lock bulky. You don't want it bulky. You want to build it up. So it does take patience and it does take time, and you literally just eyeball it, okay? If it's not looking full enough, you add some fullness. So let's do it again. She lays hers right up against the root. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like that. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All of this is not at the root, by the way. She's just making it very skinny so that we can have a knotless look at the roots on down about 2 inches, an inch or 2 inches, okay? Takes a fuller section of hair, and then she's going to go ahead and start letting it texture. So Tay told me that she feels like she's getting done a little bit quicker because she's doing like 3 locks at a time. She pre-starts 3 locks, pre-wraps 3 locks, like does that knotless look for about 2 inches down for the 3 locks, and then goes back and builds all of them up in order. So if that works for her, I was like, hey, girl, go for it. That, for me, is not going to work. I build those locks up, and I do not have time out. I do not have all day, okay? If you're doing this with an assistant, another great technique could be to start them out, go down about, let's say, like 7 inches, and then y'all come back when the whole head is done and just finish the ends. That way you can sit down, okay? Don't be afraid to sit down. My girls who do these protective styles, we all need to take a chill pill, and don't be afraid to sit down. This is an exhausting style. You're not doing a lace wig where they're in and out in an hour and a half. You have got to dedicate time, okay? So because of that, you want to work smarter and not harder. If you find yourself to like where she is right now, if she finished out that last piece of Afro spring twist on this Cuban twist hair and moved on, I wouldn't be mad, because we can do the ends later. We can sit down and do the ends. We don't have to stand up and exhaust ourselves going from top to bottom on every single lock, okay? As you can see, we did that in the back, but it's 2 of us and we kind of know how to work off of each other's energy. But yeah, so do what's best for you and your assistant, or what's best for you if you do these alone, and then what's best for you if you DIY these bad boys, okay? So yeah, y'all, we were in Atlanta this past weekend. Y'all know we have a location in Atlanta, and we now have a location in Florida. In Palm Beach County, Florida, to be exact. And I'm so proud. I was so happy, so thankful. So thank you to everybody who's still supporting us as we just continue to grow our business. Thank you to everybody who watches these videos, likes these videos, leaves us feedback, leaves us idea inspirations, who subscribes to the channel. Thank you all so much, okay? And that's why we feel like we're at a place where we can tell y'all more insight about the hair that we're using and the styles that we're doing and how we go about it. Because, you know, you just really are appreciated. But just please keep in mind that we do this, you know, for a living. And so I can't always give you guys every single last detail, because I make my money like this, you know. But if you could subscribe to the channel, that would help us out tremendously. And we get to a place where we won't have a problem telling you every single thing that we're doing, because I'm now have another stream of income. But until this channel gets monetized, it's kind of hard to kind of give you guys our bread and butter. So I hope you understand where we're coming from when we say that. All right, so let me give y'all pro tip. This is something that I can give to you. So I took a piece of Cuban twist, cut it in half, and then cut it in half again. When you have clients who have thick hair or thin hair, edges are something you do not want to play about. You want their edges to feel secure, and you want the lock to last. So how you do that is you take a piece of base hair. In my case, I used Cuban twist. I'm going to tell you a secret. I normally use Afro Spring Twist as my base. Cut the piece of hair in half, cut it in half again, and I use the Afro Spring Twist hair from Outre, and I braid that into the baby hairs or edges or perimeter of the head to give a fuller and stronger hold for the lock. If they didn't make it this far in the video, they don't know. Okay. But yeah, so it does make the hair much, much stronger on the edges. Okay. And I do this again for thin edge clients or fuller edge clients. I do not play. So I went ahead and braided that into the hair. I don't know why I didn't use the Afro Spring Twist, y'all, but I grabbed the Cuban Twist and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it. And the Cuban Twist was very strong. And as you can see, my client has a very thick textured hair. So her hair held the Cuban Twist perfectly. And I was like, wow, I think I might use that more often. But if you didn't skip around the video, I told you a pro tip. But yeah, so this is what the braid will look like. And you all saw when I first came on how it looked when I showed you these pre-parted sections. So I don't have to zoom back in for you. Love it, love it, love it so much. And then I did use the She Bomb Goo for the edge control. All right, y'all. So the rest of these clips are vertical clips, but I was playing with the low light, and how gorgeous did these faux locks turn out? Y'all, they were so freaking pretty. Let me give you another look. So I was just smitten. I mean, completely blown away. It's the parts for me. 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 Any questions about how we're doing these locks, y'all drop the comments in the description box. The comment section. Okay. If you don't ask questions, I don't know what you want to know. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you all out a whole lot. I didn't make it too long because, you know, faux locks can be very repetitive. So as long as you see it for like 3, 5, 6 times, you've pretty much got it. And I don't want to lie to you. You pretty much got it. Okay. But if you want to go over to our Instagram, Tresses by Twins, you will see more looks from this install. You'll see more looks from this install. And y'all, we were just blown away. I think it's gorgeous. It's super sexy. It's going to last for at least 3 months. And so check around for other videos.